All right, good morning. It is Tuesday, May the 13th, and we are headed towards what seems to be very much a summer-like pattern here across the deep south. So let's talk about our weather headlines. Thunderstorms across North Alabama. That's a possibility once again here today. We have a warming trend on the way late in the week. Some uncertainty with late week rain chances. We'll dive into those. And could we see a weather pattern as we head towards the Alabama weekend? So looking at the big picture here, and really what we have is this one feature of note across the eastern half of the country. It's been this cutoff low that's essentially been in place for what seems like an eternity since late last week, and it once again is going to provide us with a chance of rain here later on today. It's about 8:45 as I'm recording this. Satellite and radar showing a little bit of that moisture swinging in here to central Alabama, so some showers already on the way here early in the day. Temperature-wise, pretty uniform from Kentucky all the way down to the Gulf Coast, mid-60s to right near 70 degrees. Alabama temperatures as we approach 9 o'clock, middle 60s, upper 60s for parts of the Wiregrass. SPCs define two areas across the southeast mid-Atlantic today with a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms. Understand, once we get into the summertime, you could have a marginal risk almost any day. Energy from the daytime heating, that provides a little extra juice, and some storms just turn a little bit stronger with some gusty winds and hail. That's very common in the summertime for the south, and that's what I think we'll see today. Haven't had anything of severity the last couple of days, but it certainly is always possible. All right, I want to go to our upper air look here, because this might make or help set the stage of the forecast here. You can see that cutoff low. It's depicted there by that lighter blue, that bullseye right there over Kentucky and Tennessee. This is later today at about 3 o'clock. Now watch when I push this forward, it kind of gets absorbed into the rest of the jet stream and dissipates off to the north and east. No longer an issue for us. Now turn your focus to that high pressure. That's a ridge. Where we see a ridge in those darker oranges, there's warm air beneath there. So we're looking at atmospheric heights. They're higher where it's orange, lower where it's blue, and a ridge typically is associated with warmer temperatures. We'll see just that across southern Texas. Very warm conditions across Louisiana, the Mississippi Gulf Coast as well. The question is the ridge strong enough? Will it reach far enough to deflect the jet stream as it sags to the south and is associated with a surface frontal boundary late in the week? This is Friday at 3 o'clock. Again, the ridge kind of flattening out there. You can see that high in the Gulf, and we'll be dry along the Gulf Coast, but we could see some showers, Tennessee Valley in the northern half of the state. And then our upper pattern again as we head into the weekend. We stay in that zonal pattern here across the southeast. Warmest temperatures from Houston all the way over to the Florida Peninsula, with some questions about our temperatures in areas further north. Ridge builds by Sunday afternoon. Major troughing over the west coast. Cooler temperatures, wet weather for there as well as New England by the end of the weekend. Okay, we're going to show two solutions here. This is our futurecast starting later today. This is looking at the, first off, we're going to be looking at the HRRR, which is the short-term high-resolution model. And then we're going to segue to a global model. So rest of today, scattered showers and storms mainly north of I-20. I think if you're in South Alabama, you stay rain-free. So we head into Wednesday afternoon, a few showers, again, as this low moves off to the north and east. Could have some wraparound moisture, give us some rain showers. Thursday, partly cloudy. We look dry across the state, across Georgia, Mississippi, really much of the southeast, minus the Carolinas. So now we're going to go from that high-res modeling to the European solution. So I tend to lean towards this one. This is Friday at about 3 o'clock. We got a front. Remember the upper pattern, the ridge, and then where the jet stream was to the north. This is the surface front associated with that. Friday afternoon depicting rain from the Arc-La-Tex region through parts of West Tennessee. Does this get far enough south to disrupt our Friday forecast and thus our temperatures? It could. We're right on the boundary line. Saturday features kind of a wet solution for the southeast, for Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas. And same deal Sunday with the remnant boundary still in place. So that is one solution that we're going to watch. Here's the other. This is a look at the same high resolution model. So again, depicting the scattered showers and thunderstorms later on today. By Wednesday afternoon, stray shower or two cannot be ruled out. And then again, depicting this front coming in, but it's going to show a little bit drier and the forecast rain further to the north. So in this solution, with the rain further north, our temperatures would be a little bit warmer as well. Saturday afternoon, still depicting showers, but not to the same extent as the European model. And then by Sunday, again, rain sticking around, but to a lesser degree than the other model. So the forecast is going to be a fluid one that could change. This is back to the GFS, the drier solution that we just showed you. This is high temperatures on Thursday across Alabama. Upper 80s, lower 90s, especially towards the Black Belt region. We head into Friday afternoon, and we're looking at temperatures once again approaching the 90-degree mark. Southern Alabama could be in the low to middle 90s in a few spots. By Saturday afternoon, this is where the questions start to come. How much rain do we have? Does it last for a while? Is it widespread or isolated? Some spots may stay in the low to mid 80s. Others could reach close to 90 degrees. This is all contingent on our rain, where it is, how much we get. Temperatures on Sunday, same deal. We'll have the potential to reach 90 degrees, but rain could stifle that in many locations. This is the European, the wetter solution. This is Thursday's high, anywhere from the upper 80s to low 90s. Friday, with that incoming front staying to the north, high temperatures, upper 80s to right near 90 degrees. Saturday, though, you'll notice a little bit cooler here. We've got temperatures, again, in the 80s with likely more widespread rain, and Sunday as well. So you get the idea. I will say the Weather Prediction Center is, I think, skewing a little bit drier, showing 7-day rain totals for much of Alabama, less than a half inch. Tuscaloosa, Sylacauga, Birmingham, Gadsden, less than a quarter inch if you're south of Montgomery, and no rain down towards the Gulf Coast. So let's do your forecast for the short term. This afternoon, thunderstorms north of I-20, partly cloudy to the south, temperatures in the mid-80s from Andalusia over to Dothan. Mobile up to Monroeville, temperatures anywhere from 79 to about 83. We'll be in the mid-70s here in northern Alabama. Overnight tonight, lows back down to about 60, 63, 64 degrees in much of northern Alabama. Upper 60s down in southwest Alabama. And mostly fair skies. Some patchy fog where we see rain is certainly possible as well. And then Wednesday, partly cloudy, stray shower. Most of the rain will be confined to the northern third of Alabama. And we are trending warmer. Hey, looking for a beach getaway here. How about this? Water temperatures in the mid-70s. And we are rain-free over the next 7 days along the Gulf Coast, even into early next week. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 70s to low and mid-80s. A beautiful time of year to get to the beach. Water is not too hot. Weather is going to cooperate. We'll keep a close eye on our rain chances here as we move towards the end of the week. That's your Tuesday update. Have a great day.